What is up, ATG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my trading channel. Today I'm going to give you guys a boom and crash strategy like we always do each and every week. I share with you guys powerful strategies that you can use. So today I'm going to take you through both a spike catching strategy and a scalping strategy for boom and crash that you can use throughout this year. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, please make sure you check it out. I dropped another strategy that can also help you in your trading journey. Okay, and as usual, make sure you click the subscribe button. We're almost hitting 25,000 subscribers, and turn on notification bell so that you're notified each and every time I post videos like this, right? If you really enjoy this type of videos and you want to continue supporting this channel, don't forget to click the like button. And with that said, let's get into today's business, right? So this is the strategy that you should have by the end of this video. So make sure you watch each and every step on how we're going to install it and how we're going to trade using this strategy. More details on this strategy will be sent in the Telegram channel, so make sure you join. The link is in the description box and it's completely free. And you can also follow me on Instagram and get live updates on what's happening. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is to install these settings that you see right here, and then I'll explain further on how you can use those settings, right? So at the end of the video you should have something like this, and let's get right into the installation process. So I'm just going to delete everything and start afresh with you guys so that you're not lost in the process. Okay, so now I have a blank chart right here. What you see there are just trades that I was taking. Those blue lines were just trades that I was in today. So with this blank chart, we want to install the first setting. So the first setting that we have is on our main window, and it's a moving average, of course, and this time we want it to have a period of 50, shift of 0, method simple, apply to close, and then the style, you can choose a style of your own choice, but for the sake of this video, let's use black, right? And I'm going to click done. Now I have a black line running through my charts. Second indicator that I want is a moving average, and then it should have a period of 14 this time. So I'm just going to change to 14. Everything else remains the same, and then I want a color of blue, and then I'm going to click done. Now I have a blue line right there, and then I also need a moving average of period of 7, right? We have a 7 moving average, and then the color I want it to be red. So now I have my first part complete. I have my 3 lines, the red, the blue, and the black. The next thing that we want to do is want to install an RSI. We want to install an RSI, and how are we going to do that? I'll simply go to the relative strength index. It has to have the following settings, right? It has to have the following settings: a period of 1000, apply to close, and it should have the following levels. So we're going to have level 90, level 80, level 50, level 10, and level 20. So you can copy just as it is: strong sell for level 90, take profit or TP for level 50, strong buy for level 10, and then I'm going to click done. Now I have an RSI running through my charts, and then I also want to install the next indicator. This time make sure that that indicator is under the indicator window 1. Don't create another indicator window, or don't place this indicator on your main chart. So make sure you click the plus sign, which is in line with window 1, something like this. And I want to install what we call Bollinger Bands, right? I want to install what we call Bollinger Bands. So this strategy is basically a trend driven strategy. I know most of you guys have or some of you guys, not most of you, some of you guys think that indicators don't work. Yes, they are delayed. Some of them are delayed, but some of them are actually trend based, right? So they actually give information that actually works, right? So this strategy is a trend driven strategy. So if you follow the trend and follow the conditions that have to be met for the strategy, you actually realize that it will be profitable for you, because I have tried and tested these, and you can also try and test them on your own. So we want to install what we call Bollinger Bands, and these Bollinger Bands will have the following properties: that we have a period of 10, a shift of 0, a deviation of 1, and then apply to close, and it will also have the following levels. So we're going to have negative 0.1, negative 0.2, negative 0.3, negative 0.4, and negative 0.5. And then we're going to switch to positives now. As you can see, I'm also going through these so that I'm just confirming if I have the correct settings. So we're going to go from 0.1 up to 0.5, and then you can also choose the color of your choice. And then with that said, we'll click done, and now you can see we have something like this on our charts. And then the last indicator we want to install is the Parabolic Sar, which is also a trend driven indicator, and it will have the following settings: a step of 0.05, a maximum of 0.5, and then the color, of course, it can be of your own choice. And then we're going to click done. So now what we have is this nice looking strategy. So let's jump into when do you buy and when do you sell, right? But before we do that, let's just confirm our time frames. We want, number one, to be in the 5-minute time frame or the 15-minute time frame for this strategy. I mostly prefer the 5-minute time frame, because for boom and crash, I will have more time to scalp or catch spikes earlier, right? And then you need to use the third lowest zoom level, right? So you can just go to the smallest zoom level and then count 1. Let me do that again. 1, 2, right? So this is the third zoom level, right? From the smallest. This is the one that you will use. Okay, don't worry about it that much. There won't be much of a difference, but I would prefer that you follow this as it is. Okay, so let's get into, maybe let's start off with when to sell, since we are on crash. We're on crash 500, we want to catch some spikes. When do you sell? Of course, the first thing that you want to do is you want the conditions for a strong sell anti indicator 1 to be met. What do we mean by that? We want the Bollinger Band to at least touch our level 90 to 100 right there, or just from when the Bollinger Bands are above level 80, which we say it will be our strong sell. That's the first condition, right? The second condition is we want the trend to be on our side. So we want to have the parabolic dots above our candlesticks, which means that we're in a downtrend, right? If you still remember, if your candlesticks are above, if your parabolic Sar dots are above the Bollinger Bands, it means you're in a downtrend. If they are below like this, it means you are in an uptrend. So we have confirmed our trend. All right, if those two conditions are met, you want to move to your main chart, and you're going to look for the following things. Number one, you want your red line or EMA 7 to cross the blue line, which is the EMA 14 from above, something like this. If it crosses from above and these conditions in your indicator window 1 are met, then you are free to take the first sell trade, right? You're going to take your first sell trade and enjoy, right? The second entry or a re-entry would be if the blue and the red line, that is your EMA, your SMA, sorry, these are simple moving averages, they're not exponential. Your SMA moving average 7 and the SMA 14 cross the black line, you're going to take a re-entry of the sell. So you have two opportunities to make a sell trade right here. If you miss the first one here, you can take when they cross the black line right here, right? And then you're going to ride your trend. But that is if the first condition of your Bollinger Bands and your Parabolic Sar dots is met, right? And as you can see, from this point we went all the way down, right? So let's look at another example for a sell trend. Happened right around here. We said the first thing is we want our Bollinger Bands to be at least in level 90 and above. That was done. And we said we want the parabolic dots to be above the Bollinger Bands, and that happened. So we only had to move on to the main charts, and you can see there was a cross of the red and the blue. That's our first entry. We sold. There was a little retracement, but then we had the second entry when the blue and the red line crossed the black line, and as you can see, it went all the way down in a sell, right? This is spike catching. The opposite would be scalping, right? And still we're still going to use the opposite of those conditions. That is we want our Bollinger Band to be in the level 10 or below the level 20, and we want our Parabolic Sar dots to be below this time, not above. If those two conditions are met, we're going to look for a crossover of the blue and the red. We found it around here. We're going to enter a buy. Second entry when we cross the black line, and we went all the way up, right? So I'm just going to go through each and every time that happened. Right here it happened, and we went all the way up. So as you can see, guys, this is a very powerful strategy. So now, without wasting much time, let's look at our exit points and see how it goes. So the first exit point, of course, you can see on your indicator window, we have a TP level here, which is in green, right? So you can close here at level 50, which is our take profit level, which is what I advise. Or you can use, if you are more risky, you can use the strategy in reverse. That is, you wait for the Bollinger Bands to come back to a strong buy right below this line, right? But as you can see, with this one, we ended here, pushed all the way down. Once the Bollinger Bands reached level 50, can you see what happens? There was a bounce. We are even experiencing a crossover right now, and already you can start to see that the market is pushing up and looking for buy opportunities, right? But we can't buy because we are not in our strong buy level, but already there are buy opportunities being presented. As simple as that, right? As simple as that. So this is a very accurate strategy that you can try out. We can even go to boom and see that it even works the same way. Either way, if you are scalping, boom, that is if you are selling, and you see it went all the way down, your take profit level would be somewhere here. Yes, there were spikes on your way, but they were never going to surpass your entry points, or your entry points were not going to be surpassed. You can also catch those spikes if you take these opportunities like these ones, right? So comment down below what you guys think of this strategy. Test it out and try it out. Right now we're now looking for buy opportunities on boom 1000. The first condition has been met. We are in our strong buy level. Second condition is we are going to look for the switch where our Parabolic Sar dots are now on top, are now below, sorry, because we are buying, are now below the Bollinger Bands. Once it's done, we're going to look for the crossover right here. When we enter, we'll look for the second crossover on EMA 5, and then we enter. As simple as that. If you wanna get more of our services, we have a VIP group, we have mentorship, we have account management with great results. You can check that out in our Telegram channel and see how things are going. So until next time, have a